Hello, retail traders. My name's Washboardjim. I'm the Sneaky Snake Trading Strategy, where I talk about chart patterns, moving averages, and being in the now. So let's get right to it. This week we're going to be talking about this week's coming earnings. We've got a fairly good watch list. There's some of them on here that I think will be good runners this coming week. We've got HIMS Monday after close, HIMS, and we got Zoom. Zoom might be a good one to watch. And then we got Home Depot Tuesday morning. And Tuesday evening we got listed. INTU maybe a be good one to watch. Oh, FSLR, I missed that one. I got to put that on my watch list. Probably not doing so good now because we have Trump in office and he's not handing out free money. Where did I see that? We got AMC coming out. That's going to be a good one to watch. It's about time it started curling up a little bit. And we got Instacart. Now that might be a good one too. CART. We have Lowe's, TJX, NVIDIA. That's the main one that's going to be coming out on Wednesday. We have CRM. That's going to be another good one to be watching, CRM. Oh, snow's on here. I got to get snow on here. They were pumping snow a little bit last week. eBay. Papa John's. Dell Computer. We got SoundHound AI. We got FUBO. And I think that's it. So let's just go ahead and go right over them. I also have me a stock Twits and Twitter page. They'll be linked down in the content if you want to follow me on there. And be sure to follow me on my YouTube channel. Hit that like button if you liked the video. So I'm going to move this right over here. There we go. We'll start off with the first one on top of the list with a major volume player. And let's go ahead and look at the SPY. As you know, Friday we had a real huge pullback on Friday. Now, if you've been following my channel, I've been talking about the 63 EMA here on the daily. We had a little support level right there. I'm going to go get me a little thing of water. I'll be right back. Today's Red Tie Sunday in honor of our Donald Trump. So we got the SPY. We had a huge sell-off on the SPY last week, Friday. I mean, just a huge sell-off, about 10 points. So that could have been a pretty good little shakeout. We did reach an all-time high last week of 613.23. We could pull back and hit this 63 EMA on the daily. And then if you pull up the weekly time frame, we could pull back and hit that 21. So we could have, a little bit more correction in the market. Friday was kind of a really bad day. There was hardly any bulls in the trade at all. It was all bear moves. Every time we tried to do a possible bounce, we'd just pull right back. And it was just it was not a bull market Friday. So if we don't hold the 9, we got the 9 EMA here on the weekly. I'm going to clean this up. You got the 9 right here. So we held the 9 on the weekly. That's a good sign that we could just go ahead and start to consolidate into these earnings we have this week. Or we could have another day pullback and hit that 21 and be a very strong position to jump in the trade. We do bounce off the 21 here, and these are on the weekly. We had a nice little bounce here and probably run up and then pulled back, and then we had that great new high, and then we had another new high a month later. So we could easily pull back and hit the 21, and I'm going to put a price line right there. Put it on the body of this candle, right around 592.13. Then I'm going to keep this 9 on here. Let's erase that and bring it down just a little bit lower. I want to put it on the body of that there candle right there. Or actually that one. Yeah, it's around 601.50. So if we can maintain a balance above that 601.51, we could probably go ahead and run it back up, or she'll pull back and hit 592.13. Now let's go to the daily and see where these line up. So that pivot point will be right at the 63. Right in there, right at 597.56. We could drop a couple bucks and then start to consolidate, but that was a huge red candle that we had. And it could just pull back and hit that 63. If that holds, then we'll be safe and not touch this bottom support level at 592. Resistance to break will be the 21 here on the daily, right around 604.42. That'll be your hard resistance to break. Like I said, I used the moving averages for support and resistance levels. Then we got the SPX. We're definitely getting ready to touch the... Let me get rid of some of this here stuff here. I didn't have a good day Friday. I didn't trade the trend. That was my biggest mistake. I figured we'd have a little bit of recovery, but we did not. It was just a continuous down day on Friday, which left people thinking, if it's either we consolidate Monday and start to bounce later on in the day, or we just go ahead and continue on down and run into the 21 right here and see if we can hold that position at the 63 right around 59.90.70 area. And that needs to hold. If that doesn't hold, then we could drop a little bit more. We can drop more. We could give us a nice little correction. But I'd like to see it hold that 59.90.70 area. And then your resistance on the weekly would be that 61.53 area. That's on the daily. So let's look at the weekly. And the weekly says we could come down and hit the 21 right here. And those will be your two support levels to hold. Right around 59.25.88. Somewhere in that area. If that holds, we're going to be okay. And we could buy the dip and run it back up. But, that's another good day. That's a pretty deep dip. Get a smaller candle than what we had on Friday. Friday was really rough. So let's go ahead and get to the watch list. We got NVIDIA. Now, NVIDIA's earnings coming out on, Wednesday evening? I'm going to pull this up so I can look at them over here and get some kind of general idea where I think we're going to go. NVIDIA's Wednesday after hours. So the resistance to break will be the triangle right here. But overhead resistance, somewhere right around the top of that candle right there. Let's clean this up. Let's just clean it all up. Support level right around 132.78 is where the 21 EMA is. If we can hold that on NVIDIA, right around 132.78, we'll be fine. If not, she can dip down a little bit more. This is on the weekly, just right under 130. And then, if it gets bad, then we could have a pretty big drop on down to the next support level, which would be right around 124. And then the bottom line would be down here. Right around 114. And, you know, fat cats ain't been that bullish on NVIDIA because all that other stuff coming out, and they're just not very bullish on NVIDIA like I am. And they weren't bullish on it back here, and we had a great run up to the upside. So 114.69 is your lowest possible support. We need to hold 124, 125 to keep this thing bullish. And then resistance to break this coming week will be right around 141.26. HIMS, here's a very one that's had a real huge run in 3 years from $2.72 all the way up to $72, $73. I think it's overbought. And this thing needs to pull back a lot more. Low support, 34.30, with that first support right here at 43 bucks. If we hold the 9, we'll still be bullish. If not, she can pull back and hit the 21. And we got Mara. Mara's one here that will run with Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin's doing good, Mara will do good too. We have a low support on Mara right around 13.20 with resistance to break right around 16.82. If that goes higher, we can run it up to the 200, back up to 18.81. If not, she'll pull back, find support right around 13.20 and hold, and then you could run it back up. SoundHound, this one here kind of got a little bit bearish on us. I do believe we could pull back some more on it and hit maybe 819, 820 area. But basically, we're going to go to this previous high on the body of that candle, right around 904. If this thing dips down to 904, I think you can get a good scalp trade out of it. Maybe a swing back up to the 60, the 21 EMA, right around $12. FUBO had a huge breakout here, probably off news, and it's consolidated off the 9. So if we can hold the 9, we can run this back up to $5, right around 5.15. What's going on here? Right around 5.07 with a solid support off the 9, right around 3.40. And then maybe if that doesn't hold, right around 275. That's FUBO. What happened to it? Then we got AMC's earnings coming out. This one's going to be an exciting one to watch. AMC, when do they come out? They'll come out Tuesday evening. So I'd really keep a good eye on this one here. It's you know, I'm not a very big bull on AMC, but earnings are coming out. They're getting better. I think we could have actually a positive earnings thing this time and see if we can run this stock back up. Now, I can't tell much on the weekly, so I'm going to go to the daily. And the daily support level is definitely going to be right here, right around 325. 323 with a resistance to break right around 375. And if we can break that 375, this thing will run on up and start breaking the next resistance level right around $4, 408. This is a stock I would not go long in. I'd probably day trade it until it started picking up momentum. I'm not a big fan of AMC one freaking bit. A lot of traders are a cult. This is a cult stock that like to follow roaring shitty on this trade. That's what they use as an excuse for it to run up. I personally think it's a piece of crap. But earnings are coming out and they might be a little bit better, and we could get us a nice little trade out of it. I'd look at it as a day trade. CRM, here's another one. I think we can pull back and hit the 300 on this one. This has had a good pullback already. If we hold that 350, I think we could at 200, or we could start to reverse right now and run this thing back up to the 9 on the daily, right around 323, with your first stop right there at 315, with a low support right around 350. Dell. Dell's had a good little run here lately, and it's run up and hit the 200 SMA on the daily time frame. We have an overhead resistance right here that takes it up a lot past that 200. There's your 200 right there. So that 123.34 will be resistance to break. Right in that area. And then another resistance will be the gap right in here. Right around 126.86. And if that can break, we could probably run it up to 131. I'd keep a good eye on Dell. We've already had a good run on it. It's run up $17 in the past 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So it could start to consolidate. As long as we hold this here moving average of 115, it stays bullish. If not, this is a real choppy stock. We could see 107 and be a strong buy. This is a real choppy stock. I don't know if I'd want to be trading it, but I'll watch it. And we got Snow. Snow was quite impressive run right here, and it's going to pull back. I got support level right now at 167, but I see my moving average has moved on me, so I want to remove that, and I want to raise it up to 169.35 with resistance to break right around 184. If we can break 184, we can get this sucker back up to 193. Snow. Home Depot. Oh, here's another good one that looks quite interesting. We got a triple quad bottom down here for support right off the 200 SMA on the daily time frame. So if we can hold 382.63, I think we'll go up and reverse to the upside. As long as we hold that 200 SMA on the daily, we're going to be fine. And I'd probably swing this stock to the upside with a resistance to break right here at 396.28. I'd take it to there at least. This looks real good. We got Cart. Now I hear a lot of good things about Cart. Cart's had another horrific run here, almost 100% in a year. So I'm going to say low support on this baby is going to be right below the 21, right around $49, 49.06, with a resistance to break right around $53. And support will be the 9 EMA. If as long as we can hold that, we stay bullish on the daily, right around 51.08. If we can't hold 51.08, we could probably drop down here and hit that $49 and be a very good strong buy. Zoom. Here's ooh man, I've been all over this one here. Let's clean it up. Right now we're holding a 63, so that's a good sign that there's a bull flag. We could easily start to pop back up, find resistance right around $85. We need to hold the 63 at 82.16. If that doesn't hold, that'd be an inverse head and shoulders. We could hold that up and run back up. This could be a nice little scalp back to $85. Day trade with a long into the head and shoulders up here, right around 87. eBay's had another good run. Looks like we hit a real good highs here. We can pull back easily. We got to break we got to break $70 for it to go higher, if it wants to go higher, and then we can run up and double top. If not, she can pull back to the 21, right around 67.91. If that doesn't hold, major support at 65. So I'm a little iffy on that one. We got First Solar. Here's one that it's not a Trump stock at all, but as we start to come into the spring, into the summer, I think we could have a nice little reversal on this trade. Let's look at the weekly and see what the weekly tells us. Yeah, the weekly is just right here at the 200. I mean, we're close to support right now. We really are. So 148.60 has to hold. If not, we could drop down to two more support levels, right around 138. Another $10 drop with a bottom line right around 131.60. Resistance to break is going to be the 9 at 172.41. We also have an underlying resistance here, support, right around 163.91. I'd keep an eye on this one here. I kind of like it. And we got Lowe's. Lowe's took a beating here last week. We got a bull flag. Support level right now for Lowe's is going to be right there at 235.13. If that doesn't hold, the next support is going to be right here at 226. That 235.13's got to hold to keep this thing and run it back up and break the 63 at 243, 244. So I kind of like this in a way. I definitely keep a good eye on it. We had a real good pullback on it Friday. Let's take this up to the 1 minute. Yeah, I'd really like to look at this stock. 5-day, 5 minute. Oh yeah, this is beautiful. We could start to reverse back up to the upside easily. And that definitely that 243 area, that's going to be your hard resistance. Then we got PZZA, Papa John's. Papa John's has a new low on the 5 minute, 5-day. Let's go to the weekly. We got to break the 63. Right around 53 bucks with solid support right here at 45.74. If that doesn't hold, we'll pull back to the 9. Right around 42.90. So Papa John's, it had a good run. Wonder, would something slip out of here or something? I'm pretty sure I saw that on the watch list. Yeah, pizza. Unless that's a misprint. Papa John's International Global System sales were 1.2 billion. It must have already had earnings. So that's in question. It popped up on earnings already, so this can probably pull back and hit that 42.90. Well, that's it for the watch list. This is the sneaky snake trading strategy. Now, Friday was really a drastic day. You know, it was hard for me to trade it. I definitely was on the wrong side of the tracks on Friday. And I kind of regret it not being, but I figured we'd have some kind of bounce throughout the day somewhere, and it just did not happen. I think it brought more fear. So we're going to come Monday, and if we consolidate and start to move back up, I'm going to go long. If not, I'm going to be more cautious and wait for NVIDIA earnings coming out on Wednesday evening, and that's going to be my market maker for this coming earnings. So keep a good eye on NVIDIA. If we get a pullback on it, I might swing a call to the upside. And that's about it. It's a sneaky snake trading strategy where I talk about chart patterns, moving averages, and being in and out. And I wish everybody a great week. Subscribe and hit that like button.